Hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to the Georgia Shooting Connection Friday Night live stream. We're off to a lively start already. What a cast in this panel, guys. Look at these characters, would you? I'm talking about it's like going to the post office and looking at the wanted posters. Watch him, Mama. He's a fairly dangerous man.
I'm just gonna say, if that's the case, I'm probably the most likely to be on that wall out of everyone here.
We got Kingpin just showed up. PC Kid, Lever Guns. Hey, Lever Guns. And I'll get back to the rest of y'all. Some of you been out there quite a while. Big Al, Thorzax. And I got to say this about Big Al. The way he can do an unboxing video on the day he gets something blows me away because I've got 2 weeks worth of boxes right over there waiting to do an unboxing
Get on
video. I hope I do that tomorrow. So let's start going through the room as usual. My partner in crime, Mr. Kyle Lusk.
Good evening, YouTube. Hey, it's Kyle Lusk here. Today, never mind. Sorry. Good evening, everybody. Glad it's Friday. Most of us, if not all of us, are walking into a 3-day weekend, which is going to be great. It's my son's 16th birthday tomorrow. Going to get up bright and early, head to the grocery store, get all the wonderful things that everybody needs to have a wonderful party. Do a little vacuuming, a little straightening up, and he's going to have some friends over here, and we're going to have a good time tomorrow. And then Sunday, I believe, is a dead day, so might play around with a little more shotgun slugs. Still trying to figure out the whole trick. There's one trick that I just hadn't mastered yet. Other than that, glad everybody's here. Tell you what, Scotsman, take it away.
Well, good to be here, man. Trust me, I'm glad it's Friday. What a week. I'm definitely glad it's Friday. Good to be here. Good to see everyone out in the side chat. Appreciate everyone showing up. Always appreciate the invite. And we're going to go ahead and just make it easy and jump on the mark.
Howdy, everybody. I want to say hi to everybody in the side chat. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for having me on, guys. Good to see everybody here. Just looking forward to the weekend at work. I've had a good 4 days off, and I'll end my night with you guys. So I'll send it over to Echo.
Hey, you did it right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mark.
It's the shirt.
There we go.
Basically, if everybody support the channel, go ahead and smash that like button. We'd appreciate it. And I would like to welcome everybody to the show, everybody on the side chat. Good evening or good afternoon if you're from the West Coast. Basically, I plan on going shooting Sunday. I didn't get to go last weekend, so I'm going to definitely go Sunday afternoon, shoot some 5.56, and have a good time. Willie.
Yeah, thanks for having me here, Jamie, Kyle, Scotsman, you guys. I really appreciate Mark, Echo. I'm just filling a slot. I really appreciate it. Hopefully next weekend I'll have another shooting video. I'm going out with a buddy of mine. I've been loading like crazy on the 350 Legend, having fun with it. So that's all I've been doing, guys. I'm just waiting for Mom to come in, yell at me while I'm on another live chat, so I can smile since I'm uninvited everywhere else.
Easy now. I'm glad that you're here, Willie. I'm glad Echo's here. I'm glad all of you guys are here. I'm glad everybody's out there in the side chat, and we've already got a question. Let me pop this up on the screen. Hey, everyone, question for the panel. Can I use regular bullet tumbler for cast lead round ball for muzzle load?
Sure. Hey, Horseman Hills, I just got done watching your video about the 28 soldiers. Good to see you, sir.
why are we using a bullet tumbler for a cast lead round ball muzzleloader?
Is he powder coating them? Is he trying to put some type of coating on them? If
Maybe.
that, yeah, why not? Why couldn't you?
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not going to hurt it no matter what. So
Expand on what you're doing.
Please.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
You
Yeah, if
don't need
you're
to-
gonna
you don't
molly
need
coat
to-
them,
If
sorry,
you're powder
Kyle.
coating them, that's one thing, but you really just don't need to tumble lead balls. Matter of fact, if you tumble them too much, they're going to lose some diameter.
Be too small.
Yeah, it won't shoot as well as.
He said just to clean them up. You tumbling them's okay, but don't do it for too long.
Right.
You just like Jamie said, if you tumble it for too long, you're gonna end up losing diameter. You got to be careful with that one.
Yeah.
I'd say just
Usually-
ask Fuzzy
Good
because he
question.
was in the Civil War.
Yeah.
I think what
Usually
he
a
wants to
little bit of an imperfection on the outside of the lead ball doesn't do much to a muzzle loader as far as accuracy. So they don't have to be absolutely pristine lead projectiles. They're round, so you're not getting the 100% of the rifling's capability unless you're shooting mini balls. The cylindrical type pellets that they sell for the rifled barrels. But if you're shooting smoothbore, you can literally have a wrinkled ball. It's not going to make that much of a difference on accuracy.
I think what he's talking about is when he casts them. Thanks 762. I'll look into that. I think what he's talking about is when he casts them, he might have that line around him or something. He just wants to get rid of that line, which it wouldn't matter, or I wouldn't think it would matter. I'm not a
No,
very
it really wouldn't. Again, just going back to Jamie's point, just be careful how long you do it, because you really don't want to decrease the diameter, because when you decrease the diameter, you will really affect your accuracy. And just like Echo said, with a muzzle loader, right off the bat, you're already going to have issues with accuracy anyway, because it's a muzzle loader. So keeping that diameter as big as possible and filling that bore as much as possible is key.
And actually, the person that could answer that question the best is in the room or in the side chat, Mr. Michael Steins. He's big into black powder stuff, and he says he wouldn't suggest it at all unless you want to just put texture on the ball or change the size. There's
We got
one.
another question.
Yep. Rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip.
Same thing I use to clean almost everything.
It's red.
Red. And I just soak a patch in it and run the patch through there. Mark uses Hoppy's number 9. Show that again. Everybody in here knows what.
I don't ever have a really big problem with buildup.
I
Yeah,
use brake cleaner.
No.
I've literally cleaned my dies, I think, once, maybe twice, and all the time I've been reloading because they really don't build up that much at all. The first time I incurred an issue, that's when Jamie's like, "Have you cleaned your die?" And that was about 2 years ago, and I was like, "No." So I cleaned my die.
Now, if I use A-locks,
but if you use a lubricant, it'll help. So I make my own, and the recipe's easy. There's plenty of videos out there on it, but yeah, cleaning your dies really is not.
Unless you're a traditional luber, Scotsman. If you're a traditional luber, you better clean your dies.
Yeah.
A-locks, traditional luber, you better clean them because they're going to get a buildup and you're going to change your overall length of your cartridge real easy. I use brake cleaner with a Q-tip and a swab, clean them out. When I bought some used dyes, they're packed full of that stuff. So mainly with powder coating, I don't have to clean my dyes as much. I can wipe them out with a rag and a Q-tip and I'm done. But if you're using A-locks or traditional lubing, then yeah, you're going to have to clean them. Get in there.
That brings up another topic we can talk about too, is actually maintaining your press itself. A lot of presses call for motor oil. Depending on the press itself, like the Dillon 650 actually calls for motor oil. In various spots of it, it has locations on there where you can put in your lubrication as well. There's all kinds of things on there. But you got to maintain the press itself as well. You want to make sure you're taking care of your presses. So it's not just your dyes, but clean your press, maintain your press, oil your press. You really got to take care of things. I'd almost say that's probably more important than cleaning the dyes, because the dyes really don't get that dirty.
I've loaded thousands of rounds on my 550, and I've totally taken it apart. I mean, the ram out and everything, and cleaned it twice. And oh Lord, when did I buy that thing? 5 years, maybe 8 years. I don't even remember when I bought it, but I take it apart once every 4 years, whether I need to or not. And you go through it. You'd be amazed at what you get out of it. But yeah, you keep them clean, lube them up, and they'll last forever.
Yeah.
So a smoothbore muzzle loader would be considered a musket, right?
I would think.
I think so.
Yeah, Lee recommends 30 weight motor oil as well. 10W30, 10W40, I think is what they.
Just don't use WD-40.
I've never had a problem with my turret press, my Lee turret press. I have used a lot more lubrication on the Loadmasters that I have because there's a lot more moving stuff. But you got to be careful and don't over lube them. Like Dylan will say, take a cap full of motor oil and pour it on the seal at the bottom of the ram while the ram's up, and then cycle the ram about 10 times, and then stick a rag in there and mop up any extra, and you're good to go. The Lee is, in my experience, the Loadmaster, especially the rotating mechanism, has been more like a World War II submarine. You have to sit there with an oil can, and whenever you see a valve lifter or a rocker arm not doing its thing, just squirt it with oil. But I mean, it works great. But yeah, you can go through some lube. Dunk your guns in the swimming pool. No.
Kingpin, you do that first. Let me know how it works out, and then I'll think about it.
Come over to my house. We can use it.
And Tin Man likes his Ford Light Blue. There's OCD. So
swimming pool water is more devastating to metal than salt water. Chlorine, when it breaks down and dehydrates, it forms big salt crystals.
Yep, big white ball.
When I was younger, I used to work at a pool place, and I would repair all of the pool cleaners, Navigators, Polaris, all of them. And I got certified to do it. And you would not believe what chlorinated pool water does to even stainless steel and plastics that are made to be used in corrosive chemicals. It just completely destroys it. It's absolutely very, very aggressive. If you ever get pool water on your rifle or in your rifle, immediately, even if it's lake water, get it into lake water, and get that chlorine off of your metal. That would destroy any kind of finish you may have.
It just hit me why Tin Man likes that Ford Light Blue. That's the closest thing he can come to that Dillon Blue, right?
Oh, it's a perfect match. It is.
Yeah, I think so.
It's perfect.
And remember what I always tell y'all about Paul Lloyd? Watch out for him because he'll crack you up.
Yes, they work very well.
I think they'll rust your gun quicker than any known substance to man.
Depends on how many rounds you put down range after you lube it with it.
Liberal tears, I wouldn't trust anything with the word liberal in it. Sorry.
Even lube liberally?
Yeah, Jerry's got the same idea I do. There you go. And by the way, Jerry 1911, happy birthday yesterday. Y'all ready, guys?
Oh, here we go again.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday
to you.
Happy
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
Jerry, ooh, baby.
Happy birthday to you. God, that was horrible.
All right, were y'all trying to sound like a drunken barroom? Because
Absolutely. Strangers lead the way, Jerry.
Bad.
Oh,
No,
that
bad.
was terrible. That was terrible.
We'd be the first.
I use Ballastol.
I've never used it a day in my life.
We'd be the first
Ballastol?
choir to get kicked out of the church.
Oh, yeah.
Tin
ain't
Man
been
loves
to my
Ballastol.
Ballastol's been around since almost, I want to say, World War One. It was actually the Germans used it. It's a very good preservative.
Wasn't
And good
it
cleaner.
invented like as a leather conditioner for their slings and holsters and stuff like that?
Yeah, they used it on
Yep.
quite a bit of stuff, even their boots.
Thought I read that.
Oh, shit.
good point, Buzz. I watched that video this past week.
Timmy. Yeah,
I can see how you would say that, broke loader.
as a
Yeah,
Mopar
I
man,
agree with that.
I can agree. But
Good
I had
point.
the little bullet tray that you can get for the Dillon 550. I had one of them full of Ford light blue 9mm bullets. I'm like, shit, I need more bullets. And I dumped more bullets in there and they ran all in the floor. It's a perfect match. I was sitting there thinking to myself, I should have noticed I couldn't see the 4 black screws in the bottom of the tray.
Okay, Jerry, see the next time we sing happy birthday to you. You're going to treat us like that. I'm trying to eat
Probably
dinner.
because you made him sick.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, it's going to sound more like this next time. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
I promise we will not sing happy birthday to Jerry 1911 for at least a year.
At least 364 days.
Right.
Agreed.
All that second?
There's Charles.
Charlie,
Yeah, this Ballastol stuff, you can use it on firearms, leather, knives, tools, locks, marine use, wood, metal, and rubber. And it's eco-safe, skin safe, biodegradable.
Crooked Creek shooting, you need to talk to, I would, when it comes to knowing so much about different molds, I would say talk to Charles Irby and C.W. Longshot. Both of them have those numbers memorized. They know what each bullet is. It's amazing.
I prefer, if you're looking for a 6 cavity mold, the Lee 452-230 RN. That's round nose, 230 grain ball round for 45. It's amazing. 9mm, I use the 356 124 round nose, and they're both tumble lube design. So if you're going to powder coat, that'll work. If you're going to traditionally lube, you talk to somebody else, because I don't do that.
The only bullet mold that I have for 45 ACP is the Lee 451 or 452, I can't remember. 228 1R, and it looks remarkably like the factory ball ammo. I bet Charlie knows about that one. But yeah, and 9mm, I've got the TL 356 124 2R. And I think I got some of those bullets around here somewhere. But anyway, what I like about those is it's tumble lube design, but I got it in that 6 cavity mold, and I can really crank out a bunch of bullets in a hurry. The Lee 6 cavity molds are hard to beat.
Yep. What I'll add to that is those tumble lube molds. They're easy on the O-drive, so for guys that are getting started on reloading and are doing cast powder coat, you don't run into that O-drive problem. So I'd suggest the Lee tumble lube as well.
Yeah, I like the tumble lube. The what was it, 356 124 TC, the truncated cone. I really like that bullet, and 120 grain, the 356 120 TC. I love that bullet too. I don't have the round one that Jamie has. I've been really
Jamie's got that one.
Yeah, that's a nice mold. Yeah, there's a lot of nice ones out there. I'd love to get the 147 grainer that Andy has.
I haven't tried any of the truncated cone Lee molds yet. Well,
I have not either.
I take that back. My 40 cal is a truncated cone, and it shoots great, but it's only 170 grains.
Yeah, somebody asked, does anybody cast for 10mm or 9mm? I think earlier, and that's been a minute, so I forgot. But yeah,
you can use a 170 and 10mm, but I really wouldn't.
I think it's a 175, Kyle, because if I remember correctly, you and I both have that same mold.
Is it 175? Well, that's right. They drop about 170. Okay. Would you leaning on me? Why are you leaning on me?
There you go. Uncle Jim says Lee 200 grain truncated cones attack driver.
For the 10mm, right?
No, for the 45 ACP.
Oh, okay.
And then Thorzak has H&G number 50.
I gotta say, I like the ones Kyle sent me. They were 230. I think that was a lead mold as well, right?
Yep. That's the only 45 mold that you have.
I'll be back. Someone's at my door.
Okay.
The reason I don't have more 45 molds is because that bullet performed spectacularly.
Yeah, and I have that mold too. I haven't cast with it yet, but I have that mold to do so. Because they shot just fine out of both my 45s. And I'm sorry I jumped off, guys. I had an important phone call. I may have scored the best deal I ever scored in my life right now. We'll see. We'll find out.
Well, keep us updated.
I will let you know as soon as if it actually goes through. I'll let you know.
I could say something right now, but I'm not going to.
Dude, if this is real, yeah, you want to talk about a deal? Holy smokes! That's all I gotta say.
Is it 2 for the price of 1 and they're really short?
It's literally like 1 for the price of none. It's stupid price. And it's ridiculous. Yeah, I can't talk about it because I don't want to promote it if it's not legit, but we'll see. We'll find out.
Okay, you guys shooting those truncated cones. One of the reasons I've never tried a truncated cone, particularly in 9 or 40, is it looks to me like R45 ACP. Even though I've been watching Uncle Jim and I see what good groups he's getting out of that 200 grain truncated cone, but that 200 one's got to be a little bit smaller, besides that 230, 228 round nose. And I'll get over there in a minute and dig some of them bullets up. But it looks to me like that truncated cone would have difficulty feeding. But from what I'm seeing from you guys out there, that's just not the case.
It
I've
feeds.
never
I don't
had
have any failures to feed.
truncated cones. The truncated cone runs fine in all my guns. I don't know how many 9mm I've loaded up in that truncated cone. It's never had an issue.
I was going to say, I sent you a whole box full. I hope you didn't have a
I
problem
got
with
3 platforms for 9
Oh,
millimeter.
man, between you, Kyle,
No,
and my own cast loads, dude, I've had 0 problems.
it. Hey, Bacon.
Hey,
Hey,
babe.
That's
Bacon.
fine.
There's Ozarks out there. Okay, we're at the half-hour mark, just about. Let me run through the side chat. So we got Thorzax, Jerry 1911, Squatch Reloading, Harm, Thorzax 10-man, Charles Irby, Texas Outlaw Michael Sines, Ozark Spirit, Fuzz T Fork 8, MCK is in the room, JCM 45, Loads of Bacon, Texas Outlaw Michael Sines, Kingpin, Big E, Paul Loud, Kingpin. Did I say Kingpin already? Daniel God is my judge, 6-shooter Texan, Reloader 762. I got to call you, man. I'm about to get started on 54R. Big E, PC Bullet Empire, the Emperor is here. Rune, Uncle Jim, Crooked Creek Shooting. Crooked Creek, you sent me a scale to blow up, did you not? Daniel God is my judge. Texas Outlaw Lever Guns 50. 6-shooter Texan. Charles Irby, I'm repeating myself. Squatch Reloading joined us. Jason Stewart. Pony _ 47. Jerry 1911 again. Thoughts of an Old Soldier, Uncle John. 10-man again. Willie Bullet Man is in the room. Crooked Creek Shooting. Big Al, what's going on, my brother? Edward Petty. Thoughts of an Old Soldier, Uncle John again. I'm back as far as I can go. Broke Loader, welcome in. And if I did not say your name, hopefully I'll get you on the next trip around. Kingpin, Appalachian Reloader. Okay. Crooked Creek sent me a scale, and he's going in the drawing. What we're talking about here, guys, we've been taking these scales, and people have been sending them in for so long. This is just carrying out way too long. There's Chris 338. What we want to do is we want to get our list together, and I think next week on this live stream, we're going to have a drawing from the people who sent the scales in, and we're going to give away the I got one right here, but I got a brand new one over there in the package. Echo and the Bunny Man's going to help us out with this giveaway. What are you going to send them, Echo?
Reading reloading scale, beam scale.
All right, so you're going to get a rating beam scale from Echo, and from me and the Scotsman, you're going to get the Frankfurt Arsenal. So do we need to do 2 drawings or send both of them to the same person?
I'd say do 2.
Yeah,
Why don't we do 2? I think there's people out there. Why not? Why not do 2?
Let's do it. Share the love. Share the love, boys.
Paul Lloyd says my reading is getting more gooder. Don't tell Chico. We're dying without Chico up in here, guys.
Paul, he's doing a good job, but no one does as good a job as Chico, man. We miss our Chico.
He's on
We
point.
miss our Chico. Okay, Kyle. Can you do something about that? If y'all remember back in December, we had our giveaway. There's Tom Olofson. Right there. Thanks for coming, Tom.
Jamie, me and you both got to get together. We have to assemble the leg lamp.
We do. No, man, it's going to be cheaper to ship it taken apart. Send it to him and let him put it together.
I got the leg. I got the leg. No problem. Put the lamp. You're done.
It's a prestigious award.
There you go, buddy.
I don't think he wanted a leg that looks like that. I think he wants those Marilyn Monroe looking hams.
I can only help out the way I can help. See what happens.
I know, man.
That's awesome.
Well, I'm your buddy and I love you, brother. I ain't letting you send off your leg to anybody.
Oh, not this one. I just had this one fixed. I'll send the other one.
You looking to give him a leg up?
That's right.
I went on that website, Squatch, and looked at that hopper. Those things are not cheap, but they sure do look good, man.
Yeah, if you guys haven't got in on that, get in on it. I'm hoping, I don't win much, but it'd be cool to win one.
It's awful nice. Think about the fact that you'll be able to walk by and see if there's powder in your powder measure any time of day or night, because it ain't going to change colors.
Well, I don't really have that problem because I empty my powder measures. I don't leave the powder in there.
It still changes color. I've had mine now. I don't know when did I buy that? I can't remember. But I'll tell you, I don't keep powder in there very often. There's powder in there right now, but like this much. But it's definitely got a milky color going on, so you can tell the difference.
Thanks, Ozark. We'll let you send some seasoning to the guy that wins the digital scale.
And then while you do that,
All right.
you might as well send some seasoning to all the members of the panel for allowing you this opportunity.
I'm in. Sounds good.
Matter of fact, is it still for sale on
Come
the
on.
Loaders Network? Is it still for sale on the Loaders Network, the powder? I need to get some more of that seasoning.
God,
My son found it, and he loves it, and he's using it on everything.
I believe it is, man. Ozark did an excellent job with that, dude.
Oh, that's the stuff. Oh,
I'm all of it. I went through that. I
didn't make the first cut.
ask Mark just how the food he cooks is just bam.
Oh yeah, man. I went through that whole fucking thing like crack.
oh yeah, that and the preacher's salt or the possum salt. Preacher's
Yeah,
possum
thank you,
salt.
Bacon.
Yes, maybe Bacon still has some for sale at the Reloaders Network.
He said he does. So
Oh,
I'll have to order it. I never had the possum salt, but I'll tell you what, that seasoning Marvin makes, that stuff is whew.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Okay, we got a question out there.
Which, I got that, Chris. I got that very rifle. I paid a little less for that, but
I'd say
right
that's
now I'm
probably
not sure if that's driving the price up.
Yeah, you guys got to remember the price of the way firearms are right now. I mean, I saw a $500 gun go for 11 here now.
Sure.
So
Sure.
Yeah, that's high for a Rossi.
It really
It's a
is. But
little
let me
high,
show
but-
you this. Let me do a screen share.
9mm going for 65 cents a round. So you can put that.
If this will give you some perspective, can y'all see that?
yes, sir.
We can if you'll take down Chris's comment. It's blocking half of it. 629 for a Rossi R92. There we go. All right. But that's at modern day prices. I guess we are in modern day pricing, but a buddy of mine, a coworker, asked me, what's a 50 round pack of 9mm just planking ammo cost? I said, I don't know. I hadn't bought any in about 5 to 8 years. I don't remember. I said, you used to get them for $9, but it was Winchester white box. He goes, so $39 is probably not a good deal.
in the current market, I still say that's high. I probably personally wouldn't go over like 450. But I've in the past, generally those have ever sold when I've ever had to sell those, you've been in that 350 to 400 range. More so in the 350 range. So 450 would probably be in the current market, would probably be my max.
My local gun store had some for $4.99 not too long ago. They had 45 Colt and 44 Magnum, and I was wanting a 357 Magnum. So, good night, Bacon.
Hey, Bacon, before you go, you got any overshot cards for a 12 gauge? Because nobody else does.
There you go. Tom, you need to put that link in the.
He can. He's not a moderator. Tom, if you want to email it to me, email me the link and I'll throw it up there.
I'm looking for some overshot cards for these slugs. I got to figure out where to cut the hulls to roll crimp them down because my roll crimper is chewing into the face of the – what did I do with that round? It's chewing into the face of the slug, and it's still got a little rattle to it. It's not all the way there, so I figured I'd try some overshot cards and just roll crimp down to those. Just 12 gauge overshot cards. I can trim the plastic to fit.
What are you thinking?
Send me your ad.
What are you thinking, Echo?
I'm thinking he needs to use playing cards and cut his own overshot cards out using like a 45 caliber or bigger cartridge case and just sharpen.
It's going to have to be bigger than that. Maybe a 500. That might do it.
Yeah. Something
Hey, George, boy. Hey, Pastor.
Mr. Pastor.
And Dave said he's got some of those clear plastic discs.
I was even looking for a overshot card maker. I was just going to make them out of like what you said, playing cards or something like that. Just find something just to crimp down to it because this will probably shoot, but
Look at the screen, Kyle.
Good night, Bacon.
there it is. I knew somebody did.
Hey, Kyle, Ballistic
figured
Products
out.
has them in stock right now.
Please hold.
Did you hear me? Ballistic Products is showing in stock.
Dave said they'll send them
Products. It's a good
Email
company.
shoot Dave an email. I send them to you.
Do a
Okay.
screenshot, and I'll put you up there. I'll put your screenshot up there, Mark. Don't y'all just
I'm
love
not
helping people?
Well, I'm not looking on. I'm looking on my phone, but here. Out of stock for that bag. It's the big bag that's in stock. Hang on.
The 1,000.
Yeah, all I got's the big bag, 20,000.
But Kyle,
Never mind.
make sure
I'll
that
shut
those. Kyle, make sure they're those. Now you get a kick out of this, Mark. Don't shut up. Make sure you got those blunt nose scissors so that you don't hurt yourself.
Absolutely. The did scissors.
See, the problem is Kyle will just end up cutting things off that shouldn't be cut off.
Exactly. We're Rangers. We just cut. You're muted. Kyle, we can't hear you, Kyle. We'll hear you.
I'm
It's
coming.
good.
Wait for it. I'm coming. 20,000. Jesus.
No, sorry.
Hey, those ought to last you a couple weeks.
Okay, let me tell you, for everybody in the
Yeah.
chat and everybody on the panel, I'm now going to become a shot wide overshot card distributor.
Dude, just email Dave. Dave will take care
I
of
know.
you.
I saw that. I got him right here.
How you
Somewhere.
want me to do it? I'll send him your fucking address.
No, I'm on it right now. Shut up.
No, Georgia, well, I haven't heard from Thomas Pickering in quite a while. Have you guys talked to Thomas Pickering?
No, I haven't talked to Thomas in a long time.
It's been a minute, yeah.
Some of these guys were asking about. Y'all carry on till I get back.
It's not good when a brother goes quiet. Don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I bought one of those cutters from TATV, and it works great. I got the smaller diameter, though.
Yeah, yours is 20 gauge, right?
Well, it's the smaller diameter for 12 gauge for for cushion, for cutting cushions and stuff.
Oh, for the bottom.
Good craftsmanship. Yeah,
The wad.
yeah. But I guess you could use it for plastic. I'll see how big they get. Yeah,
Looks like you use it on your press. It screws in.
yeah. Use it on press. It's got a ram like a resizer.
Yeah, it's like
And,
it's like the gas check maker that he makes too. Is it the same guy that makes the gas check maker? Or was that?
I think he does.
Or was that Dima Proc?
Dima Proc makes gas check maker. Matter of fact, I need to get a hold of him.
That's
Get mine
right.
back.
That's right.
Boy, that's been a minute.
Yeah, he's had my gas check maker for
I'm
quite
gonna
a
cut
while.
some of these out real quick.
10 man is just the opposite of a Marine, eating crayons. That's all it is. So, yeah.
All right, Dave, I sent you an email, sir. Be sure you black out the return address, or else I might send you a tired old dog laying here at my feet. Oh, that perked you up, didn't it? She's not old. She's not even 2 yet. Almost. I just got to figure out. It's almost like the wads need to be a little bit longer. But I know that will affect their trajectory and all that. It's just really, it's kind of complicated on how to get them to roll crimp down.
Can you get a shell trimmer and trim them down a little bit? I mean,
Yep. Works great.
oh, I know what you mean. It's running into the face of the roll crimper. I got you.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, so I need to put a shot card on top of them. The crimper that I got.
I got you.
It's
Okay.
it's shaving lead instead of rolling plastic.
I'm on the right page now. I got you.
Like I say, this will still shoot. I just need something to, and I don't mind the bulge as long as it'll hold the slug down. Playing cards or maybe some I don't want to say construction paper, but they make thicker paper like they got it at Hobby Lobby. It's not coming to me right now, but just something I can roll crimp whoop down. Just to hold it in is all I need to do. Of course, the last 2 times I held it in, I got 2 kids out of the deal, but whatever.
Give me a second.
Okay, good.
I'm sorry. Buy the Russian ones from Forest Camp. I don't know who Forest Camp is.
More often. I still got bullets from MCK, Wooded Bullet Man. All you got bullet shit. What was that?
Are you okay, Willie? You just dropped the phone? I don't know if he dropped the phone or fell over.
Drop the camera. I put my damn leg on to go get it.
God almighty. Ooh, thick plastic. Ooh, like peanut butter jars.
Yeah. I don't have a milk jug to try out. I was going to try one here, but
I go through a lot of peanut butter jars because somebody, not going to mention any names, loves frozen peanut butter balls.
Hey, Willie, West Covina, Pat brings up a really good point. Do you have one of those little things around your neck so when you do fall over, you can hit the button and go, hey, I'm falling over, can you help me?
Yes, I do.
Good.
It's called that.
It's called I'm a Ranger and I don't need no help.
Believe me, I was on the ground twice today. Trust me. I can get off the ground.
Oh, what's
funny when they ask me that? They always ask me, "Oh, can you tell me the last time you fell? Yesterday? Why? Because I had a dog go around my freaking leg and trip me." Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to show y'all some 45 ACP bullets. Well, it's a 9mm too. This is the Lee. I need to make it big. Easy now, no comments. There you go. That is the 4.52 228 1R.
It's a good looking
I'm
bullet.
assuming that is a lube groove and a crimp groove. But you know what happens when you assume? Then I have its little brother, which is the Lee 102 grain 3.56. That's a 1R too. And this thing shoots great in my 75 ZZ. And then this is the other 9mm mold. This is that's a 2R, 124 grain, and it is a tumble lube. If y'all can see that, there you go. And these are the ones I sent Big Al for his winning the bidding for. Thoughts of an Old Soldier, and half of them were Ford Dark Blue, half of them were the Copper Penny. So
Was that the 45 or the 9 mil?
that's 9mm. This is the 45.
Right. Okay. I was going to say, here's the 45 in the tumble loop. The 230. It's a 452 230 TL. I think is their name.
Yeah. I sent a buttload of those to Chico Eyes the first time I met him.
Do what now?
I sent a buttload of those to Chico Eyes when I first met him. And he told me he had that 45. Now, that's the one that Pat gave me that I'm still drilling out the plate, thanks to Tim for welding it up. It's a 220 grain, just a copy of the GI ball.
I like that bullet right there. That little 102 grain 3.56. It's amazing how good that shoots.
We send them baby.
No, Pat, this is y'all probably won't believe this if I tell you. That is Harbor Freight red.
I've had pretty
I
good
don't
luck
buy
with it.
it.
It's just it's a lot more aggravating to work with than the Eastwood, but you can have good luck with it.
If you put them in your old cornmeal tumbler, you know, that meat is separate. One of those. Just have that vibratory tumbler. Just let it go for 10 minutes. It'll stick the powder coat to it, no problem, and throw them right in the oven. Instead of doing the shake and bake, you know.
Jerry, I've got bullets that folks have sent me that I forgot about, and I just found some down there. I got some from Willie and from Tin Man in 45 caliber that I got to load up. But you see, I don't shoot much 45. I've only got the one little small carry 1911. That's the 3 1/4 inch ATI. It's a little cheapo.
Well, just
But
mail
man,
that to me, and I'll shoot all the bullets for you out of it. No problem.
it sure does shoot good, man. For a little 3 1/4 inch off, Filipino 1911.
Nothing wrong with that.
Throw out Mario's comment, dude. Really?
As a matter of fact, this little 102 grain bullet I showed y'all, I sent that mold out to Jesse B Outdoors, and he cast up him some and tried it on. I'm gonna get on that, Andy, and he liked that so much. He loaded them up in 380, and it shot so well in 380 that he up and bought the mold. But they
Just got to have that steel mold for zinc, and you'll love it.
yeah.
Lead isn't as easy to find anymore, people. You're going to have to start saving that zinc. You're going to say no now. Pretty soon you're either going to spend a lot, or you're going to say yeah. I hate to say it, hey, single shot.
Welcome in, Richard. I am not familiar with that 6-shooter. GRMP. What does that stand for? And Andy says that's the bullet he also uses in 380. Very cool. And Paul says I need to sell my 40 and get another 45. That ain't happening, brother. My everyday carry is a 40. Smith & Wesson Shield and 40. It's a whole lot more snappier than a 45 ACP. I'm just telling you. But I like 45. What I want is I want the full military size. That's on my.
You want a 5-inch?
Yeah, you
Okay.
want the GI
Yeah.
5-inch.
I do. Okay, Gramps is Gramps. He's on Discord. So I've seen him post. So there you go. Y'all can go over to Discord. Have fun with these guys that you see on our live stream most Friday nights, because almost all of y'all are over there. And then come have Grant send you some powder coat. I don't know what Appalachian Reloader and Richard's talking about. Single shot. So yeah, pretty cool. Hey, don't y'all talk at once.
I'm reading through the side chat. I rarely
Yeah, I got to get close to read it. Mark, if you ever want to try zinc, let me know. I can make you some.
I got a few bullets I need to try out yet. I'm just a little shy on the data stuff. I haven't got much data to use with it. So
take whatever the bullet was supposed to weigh, and
I'll tell you on this after this is over. I'm not going to announce what I do. I won't say on live or what I do.
Just fill it to the case.
Yes.
Trail boss to the bottom of the bullet.
Basically, you want to fill it all the way to the very, very top, and then just take that bullet and just shove it in there.
Sorry, guys.
Nothing like some
Crunch it down.
silhouette.
Just fill it to the
Crunch,
shoulder
especially
with a straight walled pistol case.
No,
Right.
guys. Guys, you're missing. You get your coffee grinder out. You grind all your powder up real fine. And then fill the case all the way up and compress it with a hammer. There you go.
Willie,
Gotcha.
there's new reloaders out here.
That's what I'm saying. Not.
cut the Cheerios in half.
Never cut the Cheerios.
Which brings us to our intended topic tonight, which was we wanted to expand on Squatch's video about 5 most common mistakes made by beginning reloaders. Don't do any of that stuff you just heard Willie talking about.
No, don't do
Because
that.
he was being sarcastic.
No.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah, probably one of the biggest things to worry about if you're a new reloader is people you do not know personally giving you load information on the internet. Stay away from it. And I'm telling you that from the internet.
That is
go to your manuals and work your loads up from your manual data. That's what it's there for.
That is the best tip you could have given. That is the best advice that you could ever give anybody. If you don't know who it is, if you haven't seen them shoot it, or you shot it yourself out of their firearm or something like that, do not trust that.
And that's what Squatch referred to as fishing.
Right.
We got another question, and it's not too far off of that, but single shot. I think the reason my 40 recoil is so hard is because it's a Smith & Wesson Shield. It's a very small and light firearm. But Mario, nobody that we know except Andy and maybe James Pollard is getting any kind of decent groups out of 223 with cast lead bullets.
I'm going to melt all mine down that I have, and I've got like 6 applesauce jars full of cast, powder coated, and sized 223 bullets out of the Lee 6 cavity mold. I'm going to melt them all down, turn them into something that I know shoots.
Andy, I'm going to be trying your bullets out, not this weekend, but the following weekend. I'm going to be trying your bullets finally in the 223. I've never had luck with 223, but I'm taking Andy's advice and going from there. So I'll let you know how it goes.
Pat's got a good comment out there, and I'll say this: it's not dropping the primer tray, it's dropping all the spent primers when you go to actually unscrew the thing. And instead of unscrewing it and actually holding on to it, it slips out your hand and you got spent primers everywhere.
I'm telling you what, I never heard my vacuum cleaner make such a noise in my damn life.
It
No,
happens.
I got everyone better. Now, who has blowing up a vacuum from primers? I have.
I haven't blown up a vacuum yet, man.
I blew the whole belt assembly apart. Somehow, Magnum primer, it had been a Magnum primer, went out, blew the holy hell out of the vacuum. I told my wife, you know what, dear, our vacuum died for some reason. Time to buy another one.
I've definitely, my last vacuum, I had it screaming, but it didn't blow up.
And so that's the point I'm trying to make right there, Andy, is they work really good in those cast lead bullets. They work fine in the bolt gun, but they're not conducive to the AR. And I know Echo has some theories about that. 300, Mario, what are we talking about? 300 Win Mag?
No, he's talking about 300 blackout. I was trying to find some bullets. I haven't got one right here holding my charging port up on my Chromebook.
So when you're talking AR versus bolt gun, you're getting into the whole gas issue.
Oh,
and
that's
how the gas operates and sends the bullet and all the rest of it. There's a lot of different factors in there that's going to affect how that bullet operates and how it's going to end up eventually hitting that target. Bolt guns always going to be more accurate. Can you be accurate when they aren't? Absolutely. With cast loads, though, it's going to be a little tougher.
Pat, I did that one time. Biggest mess.
That's why Elvis Ammo was very clear. You only want them to get to like 130, 140 degrees, or you're going to have a mess.
There you go, single shot. Are you shooting it out of an AR? No, he's shooting it out of a contender, of course. It's single shot.
And Mario, you got my phone number. If you want to text me your address, and I'll send you out some of these. This is the Lee 230 grain Elvis missile. Willie says don't do it. Oh, shut up, Willie.
Yeah, but Willie loads all kinds of stuff.
No, that's a cheap poke at me. I've still got a box for him in my back seat that's been there for a damn.
It's not a cheap poke. It's not a cheap poke at all. I just wish they would have had more section that you could actually grab onto that bullet. There's not enough meat plat where you can get that case into that bullet. There's just a little tiny spot. That's 309. The rest is kabooey.
Well, it shoots great out of my.
Let's see. Hang on. How long's your barrel?
8.5.
I can't have an 8.5. So out of my 16-inch, that thing goes this way and that way and up way and down way.
I could see that, but well, hell, Mario lives in California too. Okay, never mind.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ding 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 ding. Winner.
Well, I could give him something to melt down.
I would say
Jason's
Jason
got that question up.
I would say no. I would also say that rather than I wouldn't say rather than, you need to get your you need to run some just to get that powder measure broke in and the test your scale. But I would say a used dryer sheet is your friend.
Yep, absolutely. And Jason, we've talked before in the past, man. But you're not that far from me, so if you want to get together and I'll walk you through some of the stuff, I'm more than happy to do so.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I throw a used dryer sheet in my presses. If there's no powder, like you're supposed to store them without powder, I throw that in there. my digital, I keep it right on top of the damn powder tray. I wipe it all down so there's no static cling on it. But that's just me.
Yeah, that 231 ball is so fine. You're not chopping up anything. If you are, you're not hurting anything.
That's what everybody was saying was leaking out of the Lee powder drums, right? 231.
I had that problem with Shooter's World Heavy Pistol.
Yeah, Shooter's
one of
World's
my
fine,
pet peeves.
real fun.
The only thing I load with heavy pistol is 44 Magnum. Maybe
I can't
38
remember.
special here now because I'm about to start reloading for Angel's new pistol. 296. Okay. All right. Thanks, JCM.
That's H110. That's stuff.
Yeah, 335.
That 231 both are super fine powders.
So squads, I've heard of people doing that before. Personally, I've never tried it, but I have heard of people doing that.
Don't run extruded powder. Charlie's making a good point right there. You get that stick powder, as long as you're running that scale, that powder measure, and checking your scale with that fine dusty powder, you're fine. But when you get to that stick powder, don't do that.
What is he not supposed to be doing with stick powder?
Running the whole pound through his powder measure, just to be running his
Practicing.
Yeah.
Practicing, yeah.
There you go.
No, see, what you could throw in there too is you could also throw in an adjustable gas block and play with it that way as well. So you could actually load it lower and then play with the adjustable gas block to get that going, the adjustable gas system, to where you can get it as low as possible and still get that ejection. But you'd have to really play around. It'd be a lot of work, but if you really want to try and cast for it, it'd be worth it.
I'm sitting here trimming brass. My dog wants to lick it. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? You smell good to you or something? Sorry, I'll go back to being shut up.
What? You're good, Will. Yeah.
Right. So Tom sent me the link, and I just posted it in the side chat. In the chat. Yep.
Okay. H110 is 296, Kyle. What JCM is telling you. 231 is H38, I think.
Yeah, HP 38.
And 3031 works good on 2, 2, 3 cast bullets.
Yeah, not in my experience. And I tried ladder loading and all that stuff, but on jacketed bullets, I can see it. I have no use for all of these Lee 223 bullets that I cast up. I'm sure there's other mold manufacturers out there. There's been a lot of people that have had a lot of success with Arsenal and NOE and that kind of stuff. But the value conscious person, such as myself, because I'm financially embarrassed, the Lee 6 cavity mold, the 55 grain, the best thing you can do is send it back to Lee and say, melt it down into something else.
I'll tell you what, I melted all mine down already. Come on, let's go.
So, Charlie, going by that theory, what is that, 4831, I think, that I'm using in 270, and then the 4831 shortcut would have different burn rates. So, yeah.
I agree, Jamie. That's a little question. I'll use that in my 30-06. It's my pet load. That's my go-to powder.
Well, the thing is, if you cut the powder in a like the lead drum powder measure or something to that effect, you start cutting the powders, and then you're just dumping it back in the top. Now you have less than normal sized powder particles, which can allow you to put more powder in there for what the metered charge was. So it'll definitely change your burn rate because it'll change your load of powder.
Yeah.
Well, but
like
the
when
load
I'm-
data doesn't change from SC to regular. It doesn't change. It's the same grain. Like when you're using them both next to each other, you use the same data.
Right.
So
Well,
if it's short,
I
if
wasn't
it's long,
I was talking about making the long cut the shortcut. It'll actually put more weight in the case with the same powder charge as what you were using on
the volume is what you're talking about, Kyle.
the
When you start cutting like Varget, most people
Show 'em
know
again, Mark.
Varget is. It's a stick powder. You start running it through your powder measure, and you'll notice that eventually you'll clip some of the cylindrical pieces of Varget. And what happens is dust will get caught in the bottom of your powder measure. And basically, if you go to empty it back into the bottle and you're dumping that powder that's like dust, that stuff will be smaller in diameter and able to fill up more volume because it's not in its cylindrical form anymore. It's more in a powder. Like if you are and basically you're increasing the load charge if you put that back in. I know when I cut some Varget after about a couple hundred rounds, I'll let my powder measure empty low enough to where I can turn it off and dump it back in the bottle. And then I'll take my my thrower and I'll throw it into cartridges, and anything that has like dust in it, I get rid of that and just, light it on fire out on the concrete or something. But the basic thing is I don't want to use that stuff that's been crushed out of its cylindrical form because it's not going to give me a correct volume weight unless I was just weighing it on a scale outright. Where the powder measure doesn't weigh weight, it weighs volume.
Yeah. It does. That way, with that being said, if you got powder in there, you're going to have significantly more volume than if it was still all sticks.
Yeah.
That was the point I was trying to make. Yeah, you start cutting the stuff and you're going to have different powder. It's not going to be 3.5 grains or 35.0 grains. It's going to be 35.4 now because all that little stuff, especially if you keep dumping it back into the hopper with stick powder, it's going to fill in the gaps. And,
Okay. When we're on these live streams, y'all can't see it, but there's a private chat going on between the guys here. And what we've been talking about is doing a shotgun show. So I think we need to work out a shotgun show for Kyle with JCM 45. If you can come on in a week or 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever, and then maybe get Dave on here, Thorzax. Who else shotgun related?
Julio.
Julio, of course.
Yeah, Julio, yeah.
Yeah, Julio's the man. I love Julio.
Yeah, if you don't love Julio, something's wrong with you.
I love
Absolutely. And guys, I've been muted because I've been trimming brass, so I'm listening to everything. Sorry, I took a phone call, but I'm paying attention. Just don't think I'm ignoring.
I
you
love
guys.
the fact that Julio just sits up in his non-air conditioned, non-heated attic and sits there and sweats like crazy. Okay, guys, here's what we're going to do today. Let me get my towel.
Jason, I tell you what I do. I'm probably gonna get hacked to pieces for this, but I don't much care. When it comes to extruded powder, I use the perfect powder measure from Lee because it has an elastomer cutter kind of thing, and it doesn't cut the powder so bad as it does move it out of the way before it cuts it. So less of it's getting cut. Um, for ultra fine powder like those balls powders like H110, Shooter's World Heavy Pistol, and stuff like that. Hold on a minute, Echo. Put it back up
Okay.
there. Now that's the deluxe model, right?
Yes.
Right.
So the perfect powder measure deluxe model with its little stand. And basically all I use in rifle powder is stick powder because I mess mainly with a lot of ARs, but they basically were designed to be shot with stick powder because of its temperature insensitivity. More or less, the Lee Perfect powder measure, whether you get the cheap one or the deluxe model, they both have an elastic, a polymer little scoop on the side of where the powder drops into the measuring stem. And basically that keeps it from cutting it metal to metal. It more or less lets the powder be pushed out of the way than versus cutting the sticks of the powder. And that prevents a lot of problems you'll have from turning it into dust or jamming your actual powder measure up, which always throws in a crooked load. It won't be accurate.
One of the other things too is have multiple powder measures. Don't have one for everything. You got to have multiple powder measures. One works well for pistol powders, one works well for rifle powders, and so on and so forth. And you got to figure out what works well for you. For me, I got the Lyman, works great on pistol powders. I got the Frankfurt Arsenal, works great on rifle powders. You got to figure out what works and separate them up and have multiple things going on for multiple operations.
So we'll work on the shotgun thing, but what we need to button down tonight is when we're going to do our workshop. Yeah, and don't forget, like they said, don't forget to trickle them up. As Charlie said, you can get. I don't get the Lee Yellow Dippers. Oh yeah, the Yellow Dippers. When I first looked at that, I read diapers, and I'm like, what is a Lee Yellow Diaper? That's a picture I don't want to have in my brain.
As far as tricklers go, I would highly recommend the Frankfurt Arsenal for a couple reasons. Number one, it's heavy and very stable versus some of the others out there. I've had a couple other ones, and they weren't anywhere near as stable as this is, and that causes some issues. So having the extra weight, being stable, that's key. And the Frankfurt Arsenal works really, really well. So I've been happy with that.
It's got that aluminum base on it.
Yeah, and it's not that expensive either. It's only like 20. I think I paid like 20 something bucks for it.
Yeah,
The
I've got
Frankfurt
the same
Arsenal
one. Works very well.
Mario, after diapers are yellow, they're no longer triple absorbent, brother. I'm just telling you.
They're very good though for long reloading sessions.
Yellow diapers, yeah. If you don't want to forget,
they start out white, but they eventually will get yellow.
Y'all are nasty.
Hey, listen. I'm going to be sponsored by Depends Undergarments for my show. And my ad will be this. Don't laugh, fellas. You'll all be wearing them someday.
Oh my goodness! Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
I look forward to that video, Echo.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
I look forward to that one.
I just thought of something what you could do with your the little jar that goes on the bottom of your APP press. You can run the end of your catheter in it.
There you go. There you go. That's a good idea.
It's funny, man. When I first got that press, that was the first thing I thought. It was like you could literally kind of hook up a catheter and have like a tube coming here. You're almost better off with a tube, honestly. Just trying to figure out a good way to kind of hook it all up together so it runs right.
Now, are you talking about a press or something else?
The APP.
Okay, I was.
You're down with APP.
Yeah, you know me.
Basically, Scotsman, we're gonna have to work out a thing to where every downstroke of the APP lever creates a negative vacuum in the tube. That way, you just keep reloading all night. Nothing interrupts you.
Well, a negative vacuum, wouldn't that be pressure?
Well, yeah, negative vacuum. You don't want positive. You don't want to blow up like a balloon.
No, positive vacuum will be suction.
I mean, the APP runs really, really good. I just wish they had a better collection system.
I'm sorry, I'm arguing semantics with somebody that's not paying attention to me right now.
You talking about me? Sorry, I found some bad news, so I've been off the air. We had a death in our family.
Oh,
so
I'm sorry, sir.
That's why I've been on talking. Oh no, it's. I'm not going to be calling for a couple of days. I've been told not to call. So
I tell you what, I like to do is
that's my son.
I like to take that.
That's my loud ass son.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. What I like to do is take and run that run the tube from this Redding T7 also has a tube. The Breechlock Pro has a tube, and the Lee 4-hole turret press also has a tube. I like to take that cap off the end and just get my garbage can and just set it down there and just go, particularly if I got a bunch of them. And I know you guys liking that APP press. And Mario wants to know, is it worth it? Mario, me, and Cranky would say no, but all the guys that have them say absolutely. So
honestly, all right, here, I'll break it down for you. So I got, between the press itself and the collator and the 4 tubes and all the rest of it, I got like $100 invested in it. Is it worth the $100? Yes, it's worth $100. Would it be worth more than that? No. But not by any means whatsoever. It's well worth the $100 that I got in it. I can go through and deep prime cases like crazy. It knocks it out super fast. I think just roughly off of memory, and my memory sucks. The last time I did a huge run, which is about 2,500 cases, took me roughly, I think, about 3 hours. And that was deep priming, cleaning the whole 9 yards. You can't beat that. It runs like a champ. Now, there's a lot when it comes to the setup, fine tuning, and all the rest of it. Follow the instructions to the T. Use that penny when you're setting your cases and all the rest of it. Use that penny just like they say. You have to. You gotta set it exactly as they say. It's really fine tuning. Does it work with every case I got? No. I mainly use it for 9mm because that's what I shoot the most, and I can run through it like crazy. There's no effort.
I say if you like it, grab it. The money, it's not that bad. You know, it's a good tool. If you like tools, grab one. You know what I mean? It's not way up there. It's not going to sit and rot. You know, you're going to use it. So I plan to get one of these days, just not in a hurry.
Yeah, it's you're about $75 for the press itself if you can find it, you know, on sale, whatever. It roughly about $75 for the press. And then again, I got the collator, the 4 tubes, and that ran me another like $30, whatever. So well over $100, and you get yourself set up.
Because we all know brass prep is monotonous and boring. So to me, that just if you can speed up brass prep, so be it. You know, get it done, get it out of the way, and then focus on the more fun part of reloading. None of it's really a chore. Just sometimes brass prep can't be.
Exactly, and I got it set up in a quick change plate on the inline fab, so it's on a quick change plate, and then I built my own little rack on my system there from them on the ultra mount where I can hook up a bin, so it literally just starts spinning off into the bin. I don't have to worry about it. It spits in the bin, and I can quickly take it off, dump it into a basket, hook it back on, and just keep going.
Now, will it do 308, 270, 30-06 size brass?
Yeah, it'll do them all. Like I said, it's finicky. You gotta be. It's real. All right. So with pistol brass, I've had no issues, and I know Andy and some other guys out there will say they've had no problems with rifle brass. I've had nothing but issues with rifle brass. Pistol brass, absolutely no issues. Rifle brass, for whatever reason.
I don't even have one yet. Go ahead, Scotsman.
As it drops that next case down, it tends to try and lean over before it drops that full case. And that's where I end up having the issue. And I set it up exactly like Lee says to do so. I take the whole panning and do the whole thing, but it still wants to tip that case before it's fully moved over and drop that next case down. So
you're talking about the APP press.
Yeah, it has its quirks.
Okay.
Without even having, I can say using it for 30-06 I think it would wear out a lot faster because you got a lot of case going on there and repetitive. I would think that would wear it out over time quicker than you would want, I guess.
And it's one thing about the wear on that thing that I've seen, no more than I've seen it being in used, and I don't own one. But without a frame, it seems to me that would be an issue, is wear and tear on it. But
Amen.
This is the question that a lot of, particularly the new guys out there, like Jason Stewart and some of the others. Andy has lots of videos on the APP. He really does. Andy's got some good tricks about a lot of stuff in reloading. And I agree, Preacher. If you're going to die eating barbecue. What a way to go.
Come on.
This is my question for all of you guys to think about. If you had neither, which would be the best investment? A brass prep center like the Frankfurt Arsenal or the Lyman or the APP press? I'm thinking the brass prep center.
That's a good question.
I agree with that.
I would
I
go
think it would deal with
case prep center.
I have the RCBS one, and
I
wish I would.
I could agree with that because technically I could just take the Dillon, take all the rest of the dies out, and just deep prime on the Dillon and just run it constantly and do it just as fast, if not faster, than the APP. So,
Good
yeah,
point.
I could agree with that. You know, there's various ways I could work around it and do other things. So,
Apparently,
yeah, I'd probably go with a case prep center.
the Case Prep Center is Georgia Boy approved and single shot approved and JCM
JP.
approved.
I would approve too, most definitely. And I have the RSBS one, but mine's so loud that I'd love to have the one you guys have. The Lyman.
I think a caster that shoots competition or something would get a great benefit from the APP. It's fast, it's quick. You know, you're going to do lots of quantity, so run it. You know, I think it's good for a competition shooter if he's casting his own bullets.
I just didn't know if it was worth buying for me because I have all the other stuff before this thing became available.
Well, like you're a mechanic too, Kyle, and we like to tinker with new tools. So
Well,
for me, I want one just because it's a neat tool.
I've tinkered with the tools that I've bought. I don't need to buy another tool to do something that I've already got the tool to do.
My problem is I don't have no spot for another press. I mean, I have to get rid of something to put that up. So
I got 7 presses. I need a bigger table.
Well, and see, this is the thing. Like, I got 2 sitting on the floor. They're on quick change plates, but they sit on the floor because I got nowhere to put them.
Right.
I mean, I can see that APP. Sorry, Scott. Go ahead.
Sorry, Willie. I have to quick change plate mount to set them up somewhere else, but I got nowhere to mount the plate. I originally intended to mount it on this particular bench that I'm sitting at, but it's not thick enough.
I can see it being a depriming machine for pistol brass. If you have the collator and everything, I can see, yeah, like Mark said, MCK said, you know, if you're a pistol shooter, then, oh, hell yeah. I think you can crank them out. Even 223, I bet you can just crank them out. But I don't know. I got everything else to do with deprime already. And
Mario, I would say with any press, you're going to have to tinker with it. It doesn't matter what it is. It's not just lead. You're going to tinker no matter what.
I've tinkered a lot with my Dillon 550. It's
I
taken me.
was going to say, just with my 650 alone, I mean, I had to tinker with that thing a lot to get it to run.
Right.
So, I mean, no matter what the press is, eventually at some point in time, you will tinker with it.
Even if it's a single stage press, you're going to tinker with it. You know, I mean, because that's what we do. That's why we do what we do. You want to make the best possible ammunition that you can make for your firearm.
That's exactly it. We're trying to do the best we can for us, for your gun. Make sure it fits your gun the best versus factory ammunition. And, you know, if you happen to save a little bit of money in the process, great. Doesn't always happen. We're not going to laugh at that. It doesn't always happen. But,
right,
you know, there are a lot of times where you save a lot of money on it. And where I'm at in this point in time, I generally save quite a bit of money where I'm at right now.
My Weather 308 out of the box with factory ammunition. I sighted the scope in and everything and took it out shooting. And I also took a press with me to the range, actually a 600, 800 acre shooting property. I took a press with me and started playing around with hand loads with the rounds that came out of my rifle. It was shooting very good out of the box. It was a sub MOA at 100 yards out of the box. I started playing around, and my buddy Jordan is looking through the spotting scope and said, "You missed the target." I'm like, "There's no way. You missed the target. There's no way. You missed the target. There's no way." I put 5 rounds through the same hole. And he goes, there's no way that you just did that. And so I loaded up 3 more, and I took a piece of paint blob off a road marking truck that was about this big, sat it up on top of a pallet at 250 yards, and squeezed the trigger, and it disappeared. He goes, holy hell. I'm like, yeah, it's a good shooting rifle right here. I just had to, I played with a couple of different powders, wasn't happy. Found 4064 is what I use in my 308. And I'm running a fat bullet, heavy bullet. It's 208 grain bullet. And it's going about 2450 feet per second, which is hot. It's a compressed load. But wherever I tell it to go, that's where that bullet's going, as long as I do my job on the scope.
We got some interesting comments out there. We got about 23 minutes left. Should I go through the side chat again?
Sure.
Why not?
Okay, we got.
Before you do that, hang on, Jamie. Before you do that, I want to apologize to everyone for my loud ass, punk ass son. I want to apologize to everyone who's hearing him.
Yeah, all right, brother.
You good, man. Don't let it aggravate you to the point where you go in there and shut him up. That might get ugly fast. You are a ranger, you know.
Yeah, you don't go and beat them. You don't have to beat them.
You talking to a ranger who done beat somebody down with a damn cane.
Well, you shouldn't have pulled a knife on him and he wouldn't have got hurt.
All right, do things,
Don't make me
Jamie.
take my leg off.
Yeah. So we got Preacher's Day off. We got Rollis Cavellis, who just popped in. Welcome. West Covina Dodge, JCM 45, Squatch Reloading. Mario Mosen. West Covina Dodge, Jerry 1911, Andy 79Z28. Charles Irby, James Pollard, Mario Mosen, Uncle John, Jerry 1911, I already said him, Georgia Boy 44, Lever Guns 50, JCM 45, Daniel God is my judge, Uncle John,
Hey, sweetie.
Single Shot still out there, Andy still out there. It's good to have Preacher in. James Pollard, Paul Lloyd, MCK still in the room. What about that? He didn't have to go to work.
Yeah.
Didn't have to go back off a break. Willie Bulletman's in the room. Squatch 6-shooter Texan. Paul Lloyd again. The Crazy Scotsman is in and out of the room. Kyle Lusk is still here.
Where?
If you have to ask, it don't matter. Jason Stewart, 6-shooter Texan again. Yeah, Paul. I admit I use a Lee powder measure on occasion. Hadn't used that. Thorzax, are you still here? Charles Irby, Paul Lloyd, Crazy Scotsman, Uncle John, JCM 45, PCC Kid, welcome in, and Thorzax again. PC Bullet Empire still here. Appalachian Reloader is still here. Daniel God is my judge, and Rollis Carvelis. I'm sorry. Rollis Carvelis. So I'm glad to see all you guys out there. We're showing 36 at the moment. We have had as many as 43 on foreign and domestic the other night. That place blew up, man. We got started talking about political stuff like that that what is that kid's name? The Rittenhouse guy who shot 3 people to defend himself at the Wisconsin riots up there. Man, I looked down. We had nearly 70 people talking about it. Then we started talking about reloading. Next thing you know, we were at 37, just like here. So, yeah, this political upheaval stuff that's going on. It's not that I want that many viewers that I'm willing to talk about that crap. So, yeah.
But note to self. Everybody's talking about why a 17-year-old had an AR-15 across state lines, but nobody's talking about why those people were chasing a 17-year-old with an AR-15.
Because they were stupid.
With a skate.
Okay. We're not going there, and we're not going to get off talking about that. But I will say this much. If you chase anybody who's carrying an AR-15, you pretty much deserve to get shot. Don't y'all think?
That's where I was at with it.
Yeah. Yeah, Mario. It's Alan B. Pro's fault. He always brings this crap up, turns the heat up just a little bit, and then walks off and watches the pot boil over. So,
me and my APP celebrated our 25th anniversary on Wednesday.
Well, happy anniversary, preacher. And we've done sang happy birthday to Jerry. You weren't here. I'm thankful you weren't here. Based on that results, we will not be singing happy anniversary to you. But
Hey, I thought we all sounded pretty good. I even gave a quick nipple shot to
you.
Individually, maybe, but as a group, we sucked. Yeah.
I'll agree with that.
I was trying to get a record contract.
Who? You're in Georgia, you'll get
Dude,
one.
I'm telling you, Tom Petty better watch out.
I was hoping Tin Man would sign me up.
Hey, Echo, get back in here, man. Didn't Tom Petty pass away?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I said he better watch out.
Oh, man.
40 years.
Where did I go so wrong?
Okay, I need your guys' opinion. My kinetic bullet puller, I blew the bottom right out of it. Just smashed the bottom right out of this dumb bitch. Went to my plumbing store and said, this son bitch will fit. I'm going to glue this sucker right onto it and go right back at it, beating with a hammer. What do you think?
$3 is better than
Sounds like a fix.
Sounds like a great fix to me.
Don't buy a Frankfurt Arsenal in the kinetic hammer. They suck.
That's what I've got, and it works really well.
Well, I
got one built
these days
week.
real fast.
I smack it on a concrete floor. It works fine.
Mine already blew out, and it's a mess. My other orange one lasted me 3 years.
Yeah, mine's orange. I would say, Mark, maybe you're messing up too many rounds, bro.
I knew it.
Shame.
I'm telling you.
That's what killed the orange one.
I know how you feel,
That's
buddy.
what killed the orange one. I ain't going to admit it. You need one of those when you begin to reload. You need a kinetic puller.
Oh, yeah. You need one.
Don't make mistakes.
I'm not going to go when people accuse you of something, so I'm not going there. But you need a kinetic bullet puller. You do.
Well, I've been looking at that. I've been looking at that Hornady, the Hornady one that goes in the press.
Yeah, the ratchet thing, and yeah.
Mine's orange too, Pastor. So I've had mine for a long time. And I tell you what, I hit mine on is a steel weight lifting. You lift weights, one of those. So
who has a kinetic puller? Who has a collet puller? Anybody use the press style collet pullers?
I have one of those for a 30 cal. It works great, but it scratches the shit out of the bullet.
Yeah, I was wondering how much damage.
It mars the shit out of the bullet.
All right, this is a comment just for Mark.
I love it, preacher.
Yeah, it don't matter if your neighbor blows his gun up, right?
Right.
Now, I've had this one for 15 years. This is an RCBS. I blew the top off. The top cracked and went away. RCBS discontinued it. Now they have this one. It's all plastic, which I have over there too. All I need is the new lid. That's it. It's a perfect one. I hit it on wood. I've learned don't hit on metal anymore. I have a wood block that I'm beating on. And as you see, I blew the bottom right out of it. So they make them too cheap now.
So I'm in the same boat up here with James Pollard. So I'm at 41 years if you count both of them. So I was married to my first wife for 17 years. And now I've been married to Lisa for 17 years. So I'm at 34 years married to two different women.
30 years to one woman. She got half my foot in the grave already.
Oh my goodness. So Charlie, you use that Hornady collet style puller. Does that make a mess out of the bullets? There you go.
We don't need no stinking instructions.
Really?
Right. You know it.
JCM says the kinetic pullers deform bullets too, so I'm assuming, yeah.
They will. The Frankfurt Arsenal did have a little foam pad at the bottom where the bullet hit, so that helped a little bit, but the rest of it's junk. Mine was. I got a new generation or something, but it's junk.
The problem I've got with with that Hornady is PCC Kid said the same thing. The adjustment is key. So if you adjust those Hornady collet pullers correctly, they won't mess up your bullets, or at least mess them up bad enough that you can't reload them and reshoot them. So
Well, the one I had, I hate to say, scratched the piss out of it.
was it a Hornady?
No, I don't remember the name of it all. I can find the damn thing somewhere over here because I don't use it anymore. But it wasn't a Hornady. It was not.
Was it the one that PC Bullet Empire uses? You know, the Leatherman?
I'm looking for it now.
The Leatherman.
Mark got it.
That's awesome.
I know what you're talking about.
I use the Dykes.
I remember that video. That's awesome.
Congratulations, Appalachian Reloader.
Yeah, hats off. Seriously, hats off. I made it 8 years, and then 10 years later, I'm thinking about doing it again. Who knows?
Do it, Kyle. She'll make an honest woman of you.
I doubt that.
Well, here's part of the Frankfurt Arsenal. The O-rings that hold the little aluminum pieces together, those are what's part of the reason it's junk. They stretch out and don't hold the aluminum piece together, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm talking about? The little insert. The O-rings are junk.
This is the one I have right here. Goes into your press. It threads into your press. Never mind. It's just
Okay,
Hey, it ain't a reloading unless you drop something.
Just
all right, here we go. Here we go again. Screws in the bottom of your press. Has a little 4 ears that grabs a hold of the bullet. Those 4 ears will scratch the living piss out of your bullet when you're getting it out. It works good, but it scratches the piss out of your bullet. I have no idea whose name is on it. There's no name at all. But it worked. I pulled a lot of military surplus with shit ammo. I pulled apart just to melt the bullets. Excuse my language.
Yep, good idea, Georgia boy. Good idea.
What are you talking about? I love that Harbor Freight O-ring kit and the. Did I say good night, Daniel? Good night, Daniel.
You did.
Oh, good night, Daniel. Yeah, I still have one of those Harbor Freight O-ring kits. Not many are left in it, but I still have it. Tell you, the best trimmer for the buck, right there. Great price, $20. I sat here and trimmed 300 blackout all night. My fingers are all black from.
Okay, when I first got mine, I'd take it outside on, beat it on the semi, on the cement steps till I was blue in the face, and the bullet ain't moved a fraction of an inch. And then I saw a country boy prepper with a 5-gallon bucket full of 9mm. He's putting them things in there and go whap one time, and that sucker's all out. And I'm like, what the hell, man?
Tells you right off the back that company making those don't crimp the shit out of their bullets, because one little tiny whack and that bullet was out.
Right.
There you go.
And it's like he was hitting it on an anvil. So I found I got one of my 25-pound weights and just set it up on the rail outside on the deck. I can hit it about 4 times and the bullet just falls out. There's your question, Willie.
I'm sorry.
James Pollard.
You know what? The trimmer actually will dull down. It's just a little end mill trimmer. The plastic doesn't wear down at all. It's really hard kinetic plastic. I don't know what it's made of really, but it's just a little end mill in there. After that dulls out, you buy another one and keep going. For $20 or $22, well worth the money. And you could set it. It has a locking screw, so you can set it to any overall length you want. Works well. Works real well. I like it.
All right, Pat.
Price.
We'll see you next week or maybe tomorrow night on Uncle Jim, I hope, maybe.
Good night,
See
Mr.
you, Pat.
See you, Pat.
Now, Pat
There
can pull any bullet. As hard as he hits his mold, that man can get any bullet loose with a kinetic puller. I tell you that right now.
He's a big old dude, too.
Pat, oh, my God. I kid you not. When I got to the airport, I was thinking, okay, I'm going to look for a guy like my size. I looked at Pat. I looked up to him. He walks up my Alice pack in one hand. Okay, let's go. I was waiting for him to grab my ass and walk me out. I mean, damn, he's a strong man. I was like, I can carry that. I got it. Get in the car. It's okay. But if you ever meet his woman, don't ever say Mrs. to her. She will castrate you faster than you can blink. I was, yes, ma'am, sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to call you his wife, ma'am. The whole bit and caboodle.
Good night, preacher.
Good night, sir.
You've inspired me. I'm going to be trying to do some barbecue reviews. We got one pretty good place downtown.
And he used to come to Biggins.
It's the world's cheapest trimmer off of eBay.
So we lost Pat and Preacher.
Yes, sir.
Daniel's gone too.
Yes, sir, Miss Danny. World's cheapest trimmer. I'm going to buy a couple of different calibers. I was trying to be cheap to figure out if I can get it to work with other calibers, because they put a rim inside. They got it just right where it's drilled down where that case will go and fit perfect. But I bet I could figure out how to do a 223 or whatever out of it. But for that price, buy the one that's right and be done with it.
It seems like Mario had a question out there that we needed to address. Mario, if I didn't answer one of your questions, put it back up there, man. We'll get to it right now. But we're out of time, so we got 5 minutes. So if you get it up here that quick, and with that, we'll pretty much start going through the room. Echo, welcome back in here, brother. Mark, what you got coming up?
I don't know. The internet got weird.
Okay.
Mine was being a little goofy earlier.
Well, I gotta admit,
Must be
mine
the
works.
high usage.
Yeah. There's a good question from the pastor. That thing looks sexy. They were talking about it on the Reloading podcast the other night, Georgia boy. It's a little pricey. It's like 75, 80 bucks, but it'll do all calibers. And it has a micrometer adjust on the top. So, Jay Peterman, I think that's what Squatch was talking about earlier, the one that mounts on the wall. He said it looks like a hot mess. So I trust him. What are we talking about here? Oh, the that Frankfurt Arsenal bullet seater. Charles says it's $59.
Yeah, it looks just like if you look at the new RCBS Matchmaster dies, they're almost a duplicate of it. Like, I mean, they look like the parts will interfit. I don't know if they do, but it wouldn't surprise me if those weren't made overseas in the exact same factory.
Just painted a different color and different brand name put on it.
Yeah, they're slightly cosmetically different, but there, I mean, if you I've got pictures from Dead Horse. He took pictures of Jerry 1911s and took a picture of his Matchmaster die, and you could hardly tell the difference.
Far out, man. We got Charlie's looking at one on Amazon. Jerry 1911 already has it. 6-shooter Texan knows how much they cost, and his will be here on Tuesday. So,
All right. Look for some videos, I hope.
Yeah, absolutely.
okay, here we go. This is big. The parts are interchangeable. They're made in the same place. Wonder how
Yeah.
much the RCBS one is.
$120.
Wow.
Just for the name.
And that is for a single caliber, and they do not sell the parts, so you can exchange out the calibers, which makes me kind of think that they are only getting parts for new dies, and they're selling the other pieces to the previous ones that they made. RCBS now makes the Matchmaster, but they made something like the competition series, and they sold the internal parts so you could exchange out. Like if you were doing 30 caliber, they would sell you the parts so you could do like 223 or 30-06 or whatever you needed. They would sell you the bullet slide. They won't do that anymore. And basically, they look like they're made in the exact same factory. And being that they're both made over in China, I think is where they're made. The bottom line is, ever since Bushnell bought RCBS, I think they're doing a lot more of their manufacturing overseas.
That's crazy. Return it, Jerry. Get your money back.
Did y'all hear that?
I didn't know RCBS stuff came from China. That's new to me. Thought it was all American made.
Here we go.
Well, it used to be. I don't think that all of it is anymore. I think to call it made in America, unfortunately, there's some rules that you can kind of fudge. You can build most of it overseas. And as long as you build like a couple of the parts here and assemble it here, you can still put made in America on it, or at least assembled in America.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All right. Georgia boy says his pot was made in China. That's yeah.
That's a shame in my eyes.
Okay, we gotta start. We gotta keep going through the room. Mark, you were telling us what you got coming up.
Since small pistol primers are kind of on the fritz right now, I'm going to focus on some 45 auto. I scored about 1,000 pieces of once fired nickel coated, so I'm going to get those loaded up and have some fun with the 1911. Try to conserve my small primers, So other than that, just working, looking forward to hunting season. Not much going on.
All right, I think not next weekend, but the weekend after that, archery season opens here. Is that right, Kyle?
I believe so.
So you can go out with your crossbow, baby, can't you, Jamie?
I'm sorry.
You can go out with your crossbow, can't you?
I can.
And that starts.
Yeah.
It's too damn hot to be out in the woods right now.
You got that right.
Unless you're out there in Bermuda shorts and a net T-shirt,
Yeah, no problem, Squatch. I don't mind building another one.
He's pretty good at it.
I think dove season's already started up here, Georgia boy.
Yeah, I think it is up here for us too.
I think it starts the 9th. Or
Floyd Hicks, that's a great logo, man. And thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here. Sorry I was muted, but family.
You all good, brother.
Plus, I was trimming a lot of brass. You guys didn't need to hear that.
Glad to have you, buddy.
I'm glad to be here.
We all do it.
Trust me. Now, shotguns, I have no idea. Never loaded one. Never reloaded a shotgun shell in my life. Well, actually, let me take that back. I took a powder shotgun shell and filled it full of quarters and sent it down my barrel just to see what it'd do. $1.50 down the barrel. Pretty good.
Far out. I think that's what happens here too, 6-shooter Texas, September the 1st. But Georgia boy and tell you. So what you got coming up, Willie?
Just loading up rounds. I'm going out not this Saturday. The following Saturday, I should have a video coming out Sunday or Monday. So gonna go have fun with a friend of mine. Shoot some rounds with my oldest boy.
And that's this coming weekend, next weekend?
The following, yeah, not this Saturday, not tomorrow, the following Saturday, yeah. In a week,
Okay.
basically.
A week from tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right, Echo. When are we getting together and doing our workshop thing?
Whenever's good for you, brother.
What are y'all doing Monday? Squatch, are you available Monday?
I'm good Monday.
Are you? We'll shoot for Monday. I don't know. Heck, Squatch has got a T7 and a 750. I think I might be better off using either my. You're going to do the Lee turret press, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll either do the Lee Breech Lock Pro or this T7. Anyway.
Plan.
All right. That ought to be pretty fun. So, Scotsman, you're on the phone probably. I'll tell you right now what he's got coming up. in between rant videos like today. We'll have Foreign and Domestic Sunday at 7 o'clock on the Crazy Scotsman channel.
Yeah.
So,
MRE Cracker Challenge.
yeah, man, that's going to be. I'm so not looking forward to that.
Oh, those crackers are horrible.
I'm pulling for bigger behind the trigger.
Oh,
I am
what they
too.
got to do with the crackers now? Is it an eating contest?
No
Yep.
drink. No drink 30 minutes before. So they're not going to
Oh,
drink.
dear Lord, they're not going to have a bowel movement for a week after that.
Hang on. Nobody's going to be televised, or everybody's going to be televised for 30 minutes. That way, nobody can take a drink of anything. Then they're going to see who can pack away the most MRE dry crackers.
Oh.
No jalapeno spread, no cheddar spread, no grape jelly.
Oh, dear Lord.
I'm thinking that nobody's going to make it past 3 of them.
Oh no, they'll get 3 down. They'll get three MREs down in crackers, but boy, they're going to be plugged up for a week solid. That plumbing's going to be backed up.
This is
That's what
Yeah,
Grant
it's not
said.
as-
I'm not gonna be right for a week.
You better drink a big old bottle of laxative an hour before this thing started.
Or just eat 2 chiclets.
Ooh, chingasa.
2 chiclets.
My goodness. But I do remember the jalapeno cheese wasn't too bad on those. When you're hungry, they filled you up.
Oh, I love the jalapeno cheese spread. I
They
would
plugged you up.
tell everybody, it's too hot. Give me that. You want some grape jelly? Here. That jalapeno cheese spread, that makes them crackers right there. God almighty.
okay, Squatch. I'm assuming by that you're available on Monday. So yeah. So Kyle, can you meet at City Pond tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock or maybe 9:30?
9 o'clock, 9:30. Yeah, just give me. I'm a lot closer than you are, so give me a phone call, and yeah, I can meet you down there. And then me and Tate will go to the grocery store after that.
And you'll be home in plenty of time. All right, we'll talk about that once we get off. So, what you working on anything, Kyle?
I'm fixing to try out the new ingot mold. It's not going to be this weekend. It's going to be too dang hot. Like I say, I got my son's 16th birthday party tomorrow. He's going to have some of his friends over here. As far as reloading, I'm going to play around with making my own overshot cards. Playing around with these slugs, they're very interesting. It's a lot more intricate than you would think. So I'm having a lot of fun with that.
Hey, Kyle,
A lot of headaches.
I got a big old bag of watts coming. Keep me in mind.
But you're working on 20s though, right?
No, I bought the 12 gauge wads.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'll tell you what, you guys have 4 or 5 of those in the pump gun. I feel sorry for someone coming in your house.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Like getting hit by a fire hydrant.
Exactly. Something made to take a moose down going down your hallway. Ooh, gee,
I'm hoping to get down to the shooting property or at least the range before deer season starts, which means I got to get on it. Hoping to get into 38 special reloading due to my new acquisition that I have acquiesced to Angel, and she likes it. She hadn't shot it yet, so I guess I need to load some. She's got factory ammo, but we're going to keep it a little bit on the low side with the reloads and see.
So you need 38 bullets. You need 357 caliber bullets. Then you need wad cutters, double end wad cutters, button top wad cutters, semi wad cutters. What do you need?
I don't do
I'll be,
anything with 38.
I'll
So
be above. He doesn't even have a 38 caliber mold.
yeah, I don't do anything with 38 357 at all.
Well, I can send you a smorgasbord of bullets you can try.
Well, sir, you're going to have to wait until I send you my package.
I understand. I've been waiting for a year, so I'm not worried about
I
that.
know. It has been almost a year.
I'm done.
Let's
Thank you
wrap
for
this
coming,
up.
everyone.
Okay,
We'll
all
talk
right.
about this in the after chat. So,
Okay, 10-4. We're going to do a little bit of work with 38 and not 357 because it's not chambered for it. So I'm not going to do that because that would be wrong. And with that, I will run it over to Mr. Jamie.
all right, guys. Thank y'all very much. Sometimes I have to try to keep things flowing. So,
Sorry, Daddy.
we're good, man. We got
Don't beat me later, Daddy.
a
Big boy.
suggestions for the shotgun thing in the side chat. So, maybe I can get in touch with this guy and have him on for the shotgun thing. I'm overdue a unboxing video, and I've got to do that, and it's probably going to be an hour long video. I should have done it tonight on the live stream, but then I wouldn't have got to answer so many of you guys' questions. So, thank y'all for being here tonight. Thank y'all for putting up with us. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. We hope God blesses you all real good. Check us out on Instagram, Georgia Shooting Connection. Check out if you need to get in touch with us. You can find most of us on Discord on the Reloaders Network. Check out. You can email us at georgiashootingconnection@gmail.com. And we're in touch. Y'all be in touch. We hope God blesses y'all real good. Check out Uncle Jim tomorrow night. Check out the Crazy Scotsman on Sunday night at 7 o'clock. And God bless y'all. Till next Friday night. Lord willing, we'll see you then.